Okay guys, what's going on? Alright, it's a rainy day. I don't have power in my garage. And as you can see, it's raining outside. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to take this hatchet. I've drawn lines where I'm going to try to get rid of metal. I'm going to try to get rid of this down here. And maybe this little bit up here. I'm not sure. I mean, I've seen a lot of tomahawks that go up too. I'd like it to go straight across and be like one of those forms of tomahawks. But anyways, I'm going to get rid of this. Okay? Then I'm going to take this blowtorch and attempt, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to attempt to heat this hole up. I got to chip all this plastic out of here. But I'm going to attempt to heat this hole up enough to where I can literally drive something into there and squeeze it out and make it more circular. But if it doesn't work, I'm just going to have to cut the wood to fit it. Handle options. I've got a piece of ash here that would work. It's obviously got to be worked down to much thinner. The only thing is that it's got a drying crack here on the end. But I've also got a nice piece of maple here that I made a friend's bow out of. This is the remainder of his bow, and I may use this. We'll just have to really see when that comes around. Now for tools, I've got a ball peen hammer, screwdriver, multi-tools, what I've been chipping the dang plastic out with. To cut the metal off, I'm going to try to use this bench grinder. I've made a knife with a file out of just using this grinder and stuff, so I mean it does work, but it's just going to take forever. I'm probably going to start, using this corner here like this part, and just start a little below this line and just move right along down here like this, and that'll leave an indention, like an angled cut, and I'll do that on both sides as much as I can, and maybe try to get the screwdriver in there and beat it out, heat it with a torch, whatever I got to do. And then once I get that off of there, it'll be like all messed up, and I'm gonna have to grind it flat on the bottom with the grinder. And then I'm gonna try to take this top part down a little bit too. You can see it a little better on this side with see this red area. I'd like to go from like right here and just take it down a little bit so that it's not quite up so high on the top. A lot of these are like that, just straight across. But anyway, I'm gonna make a tomahawk because I've got a few hatchets, and you can see this yellow one. It's from Harbor Freight, and it's big. This is one that I picked up at a thrift store that someone made themselves, and it's actually a killer hatchet. You can tell that it's had a very strong, and it's got that tomahawk shape kind of, but you can tell it's had a very strong high carbon bit welded to the front of it. It's had a lot of welding done to it, but you can really tell that this front piece here, you can see it good from right there. From here out is a high carbon that's been welded on, and the rest of this is just good high grade steel. So the only thing I don't like about this is it bends backwards, but it actually works out when you're chopping with it better than you'd think. So anyway, this is way smaller of a hatchet, and I like it a lot more. This one's so big, it's like stupid. I mean, I can't even use it. So I'm gonna cut a lot of that metal off there, lighten this sucker way up, and add a wooden handle instead of this plastic bullcrap handle. And that might be my new go-to hatchet. We'll just have to see. Hopefully I can get this rounded out, and that will shorten up the length a little bit too. Anyway, let's give her a go. Okay, well, oops. I can show you here what I've gotten done so far. You can see it's a slow going process, but that's what I've been able to do thus far with the grinder. It's the bench grinder, and it's honestly it's not gonna be easy, and I kind of knew that, but I thought about taking it off the handle before I started working on it, but then it hit me that the thing is gonna get crazy hot. But you can obviously see where it just came straight down. So I've basically carved out that much from here. Well, it came straight across here like the screwdriver does. So I've completely got rid of that, which took a long time. We're talking 20 minutes. And then grinded this, which is I don't know. I mean, it's kind of deep, but it's not deep enough. It's just 20 minutes of work on this. So, and it's getting pretty dang hot. It's an old one, and I bought it for 25 bucks at a thrift store. So I got to use it and then stop using it for a while and let it cool off. I don't have a rotor, a disc sander, which is what I really need. So I'm going to make a phone call and see if my Native American friend Dave has a disc sander. We help each other out a lot. I've made him a bow, a tomahawk, a couple of arrows. In return, he watches my kid for me sometimes and buys me lunch. And we're good buddies that way. So I'm going to call him up. I know he's got a garage full of tools, and he might have something I can cut that out with that would be a little easier. So, see you in a bit.